Yeah, tell me a time and a place. It's all the same, it's all the same. The fortune, the fame, it's all the same.
What up, YouTube? It's been a long time since I've made a video. I decided I wanted to start making videos again, so here I am. This video is going to start off with a little bit of a rant, but it doesn't matter anymore because they've fixed most of the problems. What was EA thinking when they released this game? The game was filled with so many bugs that I held off purchasing it. And when I did inevitably buy it, the first game I loaded into was a black screen with a bunch of static. This was 2 months after the release. How did you not fix this by now? When I did get into a game, the nade spam made me feel like I was wearing a gas mask 90% of the game. And when I wasn't gassed or being held down by anti-tank grenades and fireballs, I was getting shot 100 feet away by a shotgun. But anyways, they've sorted these things out. The nade spam's still awful, but I'll live. I'm kind of a hypocrite for ranting about these things because I've been guilty of almost every single one of them. But showering a flag with gas and rifle grenades is so pleasing to do when you know there's a few enemies sitting on it. And it's so easy to do. You just spawn in on the flipping objective and lob your gas in there. And if you get a couple hit markers, you can either peek around a corner and put some rounds in them, or you can launch some rifle grenades at him. And then he'll whine to his teammates because no one revives him when he's sitting in the middle of an open field covered in gas. I'll occasionally run the syringe on the medic class just to keep some of my teammates alive, but when they're running off 20 feet into enemy sights, I'm not just gonna run out and risk my life to pick up theirs when they're the ones that ran out there to begin with. And when I'm not running the syringe and I'm walking over my dead teammates, you'll hear a dude come over chat and be like, "Dude, revive me, revive me, revive me." I'm like, I can't. I could pop a couple rifle grenades in your ass, but that's not gonna help anyone. And the only reason I still play the medic class is for the M1907 sweeper. And you don't even have to be dead accurate with it. Just aim the sights close to the enemy and spray and pray. The gun is so versatile that you can shoot from a long range and still get a kill. It's basically the M1918 Automatico, except it's a medic weapon. Sadly, this will probably be the next weapon changed. In other news, someone asked me what FWT stood for the other day. I was like, God, do I really have to explain this to another person? And if one of you can't use your brain to figure it out, it stands for with the crew. So the story behind it is, me and a couple friends rented a condo up at a ski resort. We were just up there doing our own thing, acting like no one's watching us, and it was before ski season. So we were just kind of dicking around, and we had this great idea that we should start vlogging. And we got so caught up on this idea that we went and made logo graphics, and we even made a YouTube channel. But we never recorded any video to edit to post to the channel. We should have thought about it before we actually went through and started planning this out, because we're high school students and we have no time on our hands, no equipment, no funding, no nothing. It was probably just one of those ideas that we got that we all wished we could do but can't, because it's so impractical and be such a waste of time for us to try and do this while trying to pass all our classes to graduate. I think sometime in the near future we're going to do that again. Maybe this time I'll record it and show how stupid we can be when we're all alone on a mountain for a weekend. I just got really off topic with that story, but I hope you enjoyed it. I'll probably do a story series in the near future. I've got a lot of crazy stories of me and my friends just doing some really stupid stuff. Anyways, I love how DICE is implementing these new game modes. I've really fallen in love with the Back to Basics Conquest. I love how everyone tries to keep it a close-knit firefight, and everyone's like 50 feet away from each other, and I'm just running up the side of the map to get the flank where I pick off 5 or 6 people before they notice that someone's behind every single one of their teammates. And it's pleasing to know that you can run this strategy several times before they catch on to what you're actually doing, and they have one person sit in the back picking you off. Then you can just join the firefight and wait till you can run the flank again. Doing this throughout a game is so satisfying. It's like, hey, I'm running a flank. No, I'm not running the flank anymore. Hey, I'm running the flank again, and so on and so on. I wish I knew what the other team was thinking when I was doing this. They're probably like, God damn it, this app coming up the back trying to kill us all. I don't think anyone's noticed how well these weapons work around 100 yards. I can just post up next to some object at around 100 yards, aim my sights at an objective, and watch for all the guys trying to capture the flag and pick them off with a couple headshots. I do this quite often, and unfortunately, one of the dudes that you will inevitably headshot will come searching for you after you've killed him, just to get the revenge kill. Even better, I'll run off to a new position after a couple kills and wait for the dude to come searching for me and kill him again. It's funny doing this over and over until the guy manages to get a vehicle and then comes just to kill you, and then whores it out the rest of the game. I really wish my teammates would focus fire more on enemy vehicles than they would on the enemies running around on the flag. What's gonna kill you quicker? Enemies on a flag 50 yards away or an artillery truck? Once again, I find myself being hypocritical because I'm the one sitting in the back with the artillery truck shooting people from 200 yards away. And it's so simple to do because if you're getting hit by enemies, you can just book it out of there and use the self-repair real quick, get to a safe location and repair, and then go back to where you were before. It's so easy to do that I went 37-0 in a single game. Although I'm probably the guy that a lot of people complain about, it's too funny to watch people try and try again to take you out, just to get blasted in the face with another rocket. I think I've racked up over 600 kills just using this one vehicle. And before you go and complain that I'm that guy that's always whoring out the vehicle, I do switch it up with the other vehicle classes to support my teammates. If you noticed in the video in the background, I switch up squads sometimes. That's so I can get where the current firefight is at. That's so I don't have to run for 10 minutes from where my closest squad mate was, or from an awful flag spawn. Sometimes the location when you spawn on a flag is so atrocious that in 2 seconds you're immediately lit up from behind. Don't get me wrong, I love when this happens, but not when it happens to me. I'm not that kind of player that uses a headset to play, and when I did for the first time the other day, I heard someone come up behind me screaming. I was like, oh, I'm gonna get stabbed in the back. I think I prefer the screaming more than the jump scare when my TV volume is too low to hear it. I'll just be doing my own thing and then all of a sudden my character will whip around. I think it's worse when the TV volume's up and he doesn't bonsai charge you and he just comes up behind you and knifes you and your character whips around that way. I should probably apologize for the poor audio quality and the video editing. I don't really have the time to do quality video editing. I don't have a quality mic to do any audio with. I'll have to deal with these things for the time being until I can get a capture card and a new mic. I hate when YouTubers do this. It's so repetitive over and over. But I'm gonna ask that you guys hit that like button and that subscribe button until I can get enough funding for the equipment that I need. Some quick information about what I plan to do on the channel is I'd love to make commentaries at least once a week, and I'm gonna post a lot of my music that I make. I'd love to do some tutorials on how I make some of my music, some little videos of me making some music time to time. So that pretty much wraps up this video. I hope you guys liked it. There'll be plenty more in the future. So yeah guys, hit me up on SoundCloud, like, comment, subscribe. Do whatever, I don't care. You guys are what's gonna make this channel.
I don't know why you complain over the little things. Go, we ain't playing no games, so don't play no games, yeah.